Welcome to the English Radio Channel, your friendly space to improve your English through real, simple conversations. Hi everyone, I'm Sarah.
And I'm Mark. Hello, everyone. Before we begin today, we just want to say a really big thank you to all of you listening right now.
Yes, a huge thank you. We read your comments on our videos, your emails, your stories, and the little messages you send us every week. Honestly, they mean a lot to us. It makes this whole project feel so special.
Yeah, really. When someone sends a message and says, I listen to you guys while cooking dinner for my family, or I play this podcast while walking my dog in the park, it feels amazing. It feels like we're all connected somehow. We are like one big international group, all learning and spending time together.
Exactly. You are in different countries, you have different daily routines, different weather outside your window right now, but we all have the same goal. We want to connect, understand each other, and practice English in a calm way.
And if you enjoy this episode today, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and maybe share it with a friend or someone else who's learning English. Learning a language is always easier and much more fun when you're not doing it alone.
Now, if you are new here, let me explain how this works. This episode is perfect for B1 level learners.
That's right. So if you're not a total beginner, but you're not advanced yet, you're in the perfect place. You know some English, you can understand basic conversations, and you want to get better.
And even if you feel like you are still a beginner, please don't worry at all. Do not turn the podcast off. Just listen, relax, and understand what you can. Sometimes just hearing the rhythm of the language is a great way to learn.
Yes, please don't try to catch every single word. That is a rule here. Take what you understand, repeat the useful phrases in your head, and just enjoy the process of listening.
We believe in calm English here. Not fast, not loud, and definitely not stressful English. You can learn without stress.
Exactly. There is absolutely no pressure here. Grab a cup of coffee or tea, or just sit back on the bus, and let's talk.
So, Mark, can I ask you a personal question before we get into today's main topic?
That always sounds a little dangerous when you say it like that, Sarah. But okay, go ahead. I am ready.
Have you ever looked at someone's life online, maybe on your phone late at night, and thought, wow, I am so behind. Everyone is moving faster than me.
Oh, wow, yes, all the time. I think we all do that, don't we? You open up an app and suddenly you see people getting married, people starting amazing new jobs, people buying big houses with beautiful gardens.
Right. And I'm sitting there on my sofa like, great, I finally organized my closet today. That is my big news for the week.
Or when someone you went to high school with buys their own apartment and you're still living in your old room or renting a tiny place, and you sit there thinking, wait, did I miss something? Did I do something wrong?
Exactly. It is that heavy feeling, that feeling like you are late for your own life.
So, to all our listeners, if you ever feel behind, whether it's in your work, your relationships, your money, or even your English learning journey, this episode is for you.
Today, we're talking about something really important. We're talking about starting again. And not just the big, crazy life changes, like moving to a new country or changing your entire career.
Right. We're also talking about small changes, changing your daily habits, changing the way you think, and building your confidence back up when you feel low.
We'll talk about that invisible pressure. You know, that quiet voice inside your head that likes to say, at this age, I should already have this, or by now, my English should be perfect.
And we'll share our own experiences too, times when we felt stuck and didn't know what to do next. Because, as always, this isn't just advice from a textbook. We have both been there. We have both felt that way.
Later in the episode, we will also explain some of the more difficult words we use today in a slow and simple way. So don't worry if you hear a word you don't know. We will catch it and explain it. But for now, just listen. Let the words flow.
And here's a small question for you to think about while you listen today. What part of your life would you like to restart?
Think about it. It can be anything, big or small.
You don't need to give a long answer. Even one word is enough. The fact that you are here, listening, means you are trying. You pressed play today. That action already counts as a beginning.
Let's start with that really heavy feeling we mentioned, that voice that says, I'm behind. It feels like life is a race, doesn't it? And somehow you started running late.
Yes, or like everyone heard a loud signal to begin the race, but you were still tying your shoes and getting ready.
I really felt that way in my late 20s. I looked around and it seemed like all my friends were building serious careers. They were, hitting all the major milestones.
Oh, pause for a second, Mark. Milestones. That's a slightly difficult word. Let's explain that one for our listeners.
Ah, good catch, Mark. Yes, a milestone. Milestone. In the past, a milestone was literally a stone on the side of the road that told you how many miles you had traveled. But today, we use it to talk about a very important event in your life.
Right. So back to my story, in my late 20s, my friends were hitting all these big milestones. And me, I was still figuring things out. I didn't know what my career should be.
But Mark, figuring things out is also a very normal part of life. You have to figure things out before you can build them.
Yes, I know that now, but at the time when I was experiencing it, it didn't feel like progress at all. It just felt like failure. I felt like I was failing the test of life.
I completely understand. But the truth is, when we look at other people, we only see a very small part of their lives, especially online.
Yes, we only see the best part. We see what people call the highlight reel.
There's another great phrase, highlight reel. Let's explain that one too.
Sure. So a highlight reel comes from sports. After a football game, they show a short video of only the best goals, the best passes, the most exciting moments. They don't show the boring parts or the mistakes.
Exactly. And people do the same thing with their lives on social media. They post a picture of their beautiful holiday on the beach. That is their highlight reel. They do not post a picture of themselves crying because they had a fight with their partner, or looking tired while doing a pile of dirty laundry.
Exactly. We compare our normal, messy, everyday lives to someone else's highlight reel. It's not a fair comparison. We don't see their problems, their doubts, or their stress.
So, if you are listening right now and you feel behind your friends or behind the people you see online, please remember this. You are not living on their timeline.
I love that. Your life has its own rhythm, its own speed, and just because your life looks different, that doesn't mean it's wrong.
Sometimes, though, the problem is not about feeling behind other people. Sometimes the problem is just feeling stuck.
Stuck, like your feet are glued to the floor and you cannot move, like everything is exactly the same every single day. You wake up, go to work, come home, eat, sleep, repeat.
That's a perfect way to describe it. I had a period like that a few years ago. My routine was completely monotonous.
Ooh, monotonous. That's a wonderful, advanced word. Let's break it down.
Yes, monotonous starts with mono, which means one. A monotonous voice is a voice that stays on one tone. It never changes, so it sounds boring. When your life is monotonous, it means it is always the same and it has become boring.
You could also say you were stuck in a rut, R-U-T.
Yes, a rut is a deep track in the ground made by the wheels of a car or a bicycle. If your bicycle wheel gets stuck in a rut, it's very hard to steer left or right. You just have to follow the deep line in the dirt. When a person is in a rut, it means they are doing the same things every day and they can't seem to change their situation.
So, when you were in that rut, how did it feel? Was it awful?
The strange thing was, nothing was actually terrible.
I wasn't experiencing a tragedy. I had food, a job, a place to live, but nothing felt exciting either. The color was missing from my days, and that can feel very empty.
I think many of our listeners know exactly what you mean. The days just disappear, and suddenly a whole year has passed.
But here's the really good news about feeling stuck in a rut. You don't need a massive, terrifying change to get out of it. You don't have to quit your job and move to a mountain in Tibet.
Thank goodness. That sounds cold and expensive.
Exactly. Small actions can create big movement. You just need to show your brain that change is possible.
For example, try something totally new but small. Take a different street when you walk home. Listen to a new style of music. Wake up just 15 minutes earlier to drink your coffee in total silence.
Change just one tiny habit. Even these tiny actions send a message to your brain. They tell your brain, hey, pay attention. We are moving again. Things are changing.
I think another big reason we feel behind or stuck is because we are holding on to old expectations.
What do you mean by old expectations, Mark?
I mean the promises we made to ourselves when we were younger. Things like, by the time I'm 30, I should be a manager, or by the time I'm 35, I should speak 3 languages fluently.
Oh, yes. We create these very strict plans for our future when we are maybe 20 years old. But what happens if that 20-year-old's plan doesn't fit the 30-year-old you?
That is exactly the point. People evolve. You're not the exact same person you were 5 years ago. Maybe you need to pivot.
Wait, let's stop at that word. Pivot. P-I-V-O-T.
Ah, yes. To pivot means to turn or change direction. In basketball, you keep one foot on the ground and turn your body. That's a pivot. In life, a pivot means you completely change your strategy or your goal because the old one isn't working anymore.
I love that concept. Maybe your old goals just don't match who you are today. Maybe when you were 20, you wanted a loud, busy life in a big city. But now, maybe a quiet life near nature makes you happier.
And making that pivot is perfectly okay. It doesn't mean you failed at the old dream. It just means you grew into a new person. You are allowed to change your mind about what a successful life looks like.
We also cause ourselves a lot of pain because we compare our lives incorrectly. We compare different stages.
It's like watching a television show. Imagine watching episode 1 of a show with episode 10 of the same show.
Right. In episode 1, the main character is confused, they don't know what they're doing, and they're making mistakes. By episode 10, they're strong, they have friends, and they understand the world.
Of course, those episodes look different. Everyone around you is at a different point in their story. You might be on chapter 2 of learning English, and you're comparing yourself to someone who is on chapter 15.
That is such a dangerous game to play. When you do that, you ask yourself the wrong question. You ask, why am I not there yet?
Yes, and that question only makes you feel bad. Instead of asking why you are in a chapter 15 yet, try asking a kinder question. Try asking, what can I learn right now in the chapter I am currently in?
We also need to be honest about something else. Sometimes life isn't about reaching goals or learning big lessons. Sometimes life is just very difficult.
Yes, we have all been through hard seasons. There's stress, problems at work, health issues, family trouble, or sometimes just feeling really sad and low for no clear reason.
During those difficult periods, your definition of success has to change. If you're going through a storm, success looks very different than when the sun is shining.
In those moments, success is not about winning a race. It is not about getting a promotion or learning 100 new vocabulary words a day. It is about continuing. It is about resilience.
Let's quickly highlight that word, Mark. Resilience.
Good idea. Resilience, R-E-S-I-L-I-E-N-C-E. It means the ability to recover from difficulties. It's like a rubber band. If you pull it, it stretches, but when you let go, it returns to its normal shape. A resilient person is someone who goes through a hard time, but they don't break. They keep going.
Yes, when you're building resilience in a hard season, you're just focusing on simple things. Taking a shower, eating a healthy meal, going to work, just getting through the day.
And we want to tell you, if that's all you did today, that is enough. Simply continuing to walk forward during a hard time is a huge achievement. Be proud of yourself for that.
So let's get practical. If you're ready to start again, whether it's restarting your English studies, starting a new healthy habit, or trying to find joy in a monotonous routine, how do you actually do it?
Well, I can tell you how not to do it. You don't do it by trying to change everything at the exact same time.
Oh, definitely not. If you say, tomorrow I will wake up at 5 a.m., run 10 kilometers, study English for 3 hours, and never eat sugar again, what happens?
You do it exactly one day, and then you're so tired and miserable that you quit completely, and you feel worse than before. It's just too much. It's completely overwhelming.
Right, overwhelming. That means it is too much to handle. Your brain panics. So, what is the realistic way to start again?
Start small, embarrassingly small. Pick one action, one tiny step.
For example, if you want to restart your English learning because you haven't studied in months, don't buy 5 new grammar books. Just commit to listening to one podcast episode a week, or commit to writing exactly one sentence in English in a notebook every morning.
That's it. One sentence. It takes 1 minute, because the goal isn't to be perfect immediately. The goal is to build momentum, to get the wheels moving again.
And here's a really important point about starting again. If you try to build a habit and you miss a day, it's okay.
We love to punish ourselves, don't we? Oh no, I didn't study yesterday. My streak is broken. I'm a failure. I give up.
Yes, that black and white thinking ruins so much progress. We procrastinate because we're afraid of not being perfect.
Let's explain that word for our learners. Procrastinate.
Oh, everyone's favorite bad habit. To procrastinate means to delay doing something that you must do, usually because it is boring or difficult. Instead of studying, you clean your room. Instead of paying a bill, you watch a TV show. You're procrastinating.
We procrastinate starting again because we think it has to be a huge, perfect effort. But it doesn't. If you miss a day, just calmly begin the next day. No anger, no guilt.
That is the real secret of successful people. They don't have perfect records. They just know how to forgive themselves and start again and again.
As we promised at the beginning of the episode, let's do a quick, simple review of the tricky words we explored today. Hearing them one more time will help lock them into your memory.
Great idea. Number 1 was milestone. This is a very important event or achievement in your life. Example, graduating from university was a huge milestone for my brother.
Number 2 was highlight reel. This means only showing the best, most exciting, or most successful parts of something, ignoring the boring or bad parts. Example, don't compare your normal life to a celebrity's Instagram highlight reel.
Number 3 was monotonous. This describes something that never changes and is therefore boring. Example, working on the factory assembly line was very monotonous.
Related to that, we had our 4th word, rut. Being stuck in a rut means being stuck in a boring, unchanging routine. Example, I need to find a new hobby because I'm totally stuck in a rut.
Number 5 was pivot, to completely change your direction or strategy. Example, her business was failing, so she had to pivot and sell a different product.
Number 6 was resilience, the strength to recover from difficult times and keep going. Example, he showed great resilience after he lost his job.
And finally, number 7, procrastinate, to delay or put off doing something you need to do. Example, I always procrastinate when I have to write a long essay for school.
Wonderful. Try to use at least one of those words in a sentence this week. Write it down in your notebook or use it in a conversation.
So, as we come to the end of our time together today, we want to leave you with a very clear message. If you're listening right now and you feel lost, if you feel stuck in a rut, or if you feel behind everyone else,
Hear us clearly. You are not too late. The race is not over. In fact, it is not a race at all.
you can always begin again. It doesn't matter if you're 20, 40, or 70 years old. You can wake up tomorrow and decide to start a new